What's up, fight fans? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Salute to the fam, man. Salute to everybody that catches this live and everyone that definitely catches this on their playback. Thumbs up as you pull up. Do me a favor. Thumbs up as you pull up, man. We're going to get right to it, man. I hope everybody cooling out there and being good. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So I want to just see what's going on around boxing, man. Dropping on in. It's gonna be a quick one. I ain't gonna be on too long. Sometimes I do these things spontaneous and just hit the button and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is definitely one of those instances right here. And we just gonna take a look around, see what's going on around boxing, man. One of the stories that I had missed the other night on We Talking Boxing Live, and salute to everyone that caught that, man. Hey, I wanted to talk about this Jarrett Hurd and Charlo thing, man. I forgot that went down, man. I got the video and all that when it originally happened, but I overskipped that story, man. And I ain't really got much to say about it, truth be told, other than like what the hell is going on with the Charlos, man. Like, what is up with the Charlos, man? Why they be tripping, man? Damn, Shawty, hey, Texas, y'all gonna fuck around and disown these dudes, man, because they be out here lunching. It didn't even make no sense what they did the other night, fight fans. It just didn't make sense to me. You at Canelo's fight, both of y'all at Canelo's fight, and y'all picking fights with her and boxing fans and everyone else. You don't say shit to Canelo, though. Canelo just walks around like everything. Y'all kissing his ass that much where y'all acting like at Canelo's show. And y'all kicking up dust with my man Jarrett Hurd, who cooling out there with his lady and all that. See, this is what I'm saying. The whole time, Jarrett Hurd is talking to Jamal Charlo. Jamel getting in his face. He reach around Jamel and he slaps. He slaps Jamal. He slaps Jamal Charlo. He slapped him. He reached around his brother and he slapped him. And I like that move because, see, Jarrett Hurd is big, man. Like, he getting too big for 54. It's time for him to make that move. And so his eye is not on little Charlo no more. It's on big Charlo. That's who he want that work with. But here's my deal. You got Jamal Charlo with his always drunk ass. He at Canelo's show. The fighter that ducked him. All the boxing fans want to see him versus Canelo. Canelo ducked you. He got a franchise belt and he ducked you. He fought Golovkin, paid you to step aside, and you took the money. He ducked you, and you there kissing his ass. What the hell is this about? What's up with these Charlos? I like them in the ring, man. I like they mean streak. A lot of fans don't like it. It turns a lot of people off. Oh, they bullies. They this. I actually like that. I like the fact that they rough around the edges. Don't get it twisted. But they just be tripping. See, the problem is 154 Charlo, he is under pressure. That is the problem with him. He got to face Castano again, and he know he come off a draw with Castano, having his pound for pound ranking being dropped from fighting to a draw with Brian Castano. You clearly don't want that smoke. You know you got young Erickson Lubin coming up through the pipelines again. He about to put the pressure on you, want to fight. And you try and kick up dust with her when her talking about going to 60. Clown, bro. You need to be worried. You got Castano problems. You got Castano problems. You need to be worrying about Brian Castano, and you need to be worrying about definite Erickson Lubin, who definitely on the warpath when he trying to get back. So while you trying to pick a fight with her, who thinking about who going up in weight, you need to be worried about what's going on at 54, Jamel. Because you've been Canelo's biggest cheerleader, and Canelo act like you didn't even exist the other night. You wasn't even there. Canelo probably didn't even know you was there whole time. He ain't check for you, he ain't ask for you, nothing. Hey, anybody seen Charlo? Anybody seen Charlo? Is Charlo here? He didn't ask for you. He ain't send nobody for you. You had to buy a ticket. Like, he ain't hook you up, and you've been kissing his ass for at least a year. And you telling me he ain't even give you a ticket? Like, they ain't hook you up? Nothing. But y'all out there picking fights with Hurd. That's why my man Hurd smacked your brother. He smacked your brother, bro. But they clowns, man. So I don't understand them too, man. Like, they got all of this other smoke. You literally, Canelo ain't even studying y'all two, man. Jamal, you should be there putting epic pressure on Canelo. Every chance you get, you should have, every interview you can crash, anything you could have did to kick up some dust. Salute to Andre, man. Y'all say what y'all want about Andre. Andre get up in that thing. Every opportunity he could take, he taking it. Hey, what's up with this fight? What's up with me? What's up with this? What's up with this? As for Jamal, well, he acting like Canelo don't exist. Unless they kissing his ass. So I ain't understand that, fight fans. It's really messed up, man. And it's very, very unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the fam, man. Who up in this jump, man? Breeze, what's up with you? Breeze boxing on deck. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Hey, man, everybody seen my young boy, Jaleel Hackett, too, man. I meant to throw that up there. Jaleel Hackett looking like the future of DC. Y'all see him a few days ago. Get that win, another first-round stoppage for my man Jaleel Hackett, man. Salute to Jaleel Hackett, DC boxing on the map. The future. Mayweather Promotions prodigy on his way. Young Jaleel Hackett, man. Y'all keep y'all third eye open for him, man. Real spill. Last of a dime breed. What's up with you, man? Just stopping on there for a minute. Just cooling. Muhammad Tola, how you, man? How you doing, man? What up, fam, in the chat, man? Salute to you, man. Salute to everyone, man. Everybody, man. Hey, Breeze say slapped, no baby powder all day. Hey, we gonna mean that shit, bro. I'm gonna look for that freeze frame. Yes, sir. Slap the Charlo. Charlo getting chunked. Ducking Canelo. Acting like, man, you supposed to been on Canelo. Yeah, I'm just like, what the all that aggression, all that y'all putting, y'all going at her with it, and Canelo right there. That don't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense, fight fans. It don't make no epic sense. You know what I mean? Muhammad told us, did you see Teofimo trying to sneak in the Undisputed Club by posing next to Canelo? Yeah, I saw that, man. We briefly touched on that, man. Hey, Teo slid up, and that's why I say he getting the most promotion that he has ever seen. You know what I mean? He's over there right now getting epic levels of promotion. I mean, when he leave and go back to Bob and ESPN, like, he gonna be sitting back missing the zone and Eddie and them, because he having the time of his life. He being promoted right next to Canelo. He got him and Devin being kicked up, dust up right there over there on the zone, running into each other at every little event. You know what I'm saying? He gazes into Eddie Hearn's eyes like it's the sunset or something. You know, like, you only thing it was missing is a violin. How they be looking at Eddie Hearn, like, it's sad. You know what I mean? But he's gonna go back like a sad little puppy. He gonna have to go back to Bob. Bob cussing him out, calling him a schmuck, or what would he call him, a schmuck or a schmo or something like that. He gonna have to go back to that, man. Eddie over there treating him with epic respect. You should be a star. Teo, you should be a star. I would make you a star, Teo. But as for Bob, sit your ass down and you're gonna fight when I tell you to fight. It's crazy, man. Big Ace, how you doing, man? How you doing? We just having a little fun today, fight fans. Not really newsy today. We just chilling, man. Just chilling. Bree says Teo female got embarrassed. Now, I'm gonna tell you who got embarrassed. Charlotte got embarrassed. That's who got embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? The Charlotte brothers. The Charlotte brothers got embarrassed. That's who got embarrassed. But Teo, man, yeah, Teo. Hey, look, man, I fucks with Teo. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for Teofimo Lopez. And everybody, look, Teo got to understand this. You're not undisputed. Sure, you're not undisputed. Everyone knows that. But you are the king. And Teo got to understand that everyone is going to come after the king. Okay? Everyone going to throw jabs. Everybody going to attack. Everyone going to say this. Everyone going to say that. It's red air where Teo is at. He's at the top. He's at the tippy top where everyone wants to be. Everyone's looking up at Teo. So Teo needs to understand that that's what happens when you are the king. You're going to be persecuted. Your name going to be drugged through the mud. Everyone want what you got. They're going to water you down. They're going to say you ain't done shit. But you know what you done. You know you got the best resume at the class. You know, no one in that whole weight class touch your resume. You know it. You know, you beat a pound for pound fighter. Not even Josh Taylor can say that. Josh can say he beat Ramirez, sure, and I respect that win. Josh can say he beat Prograis, sure, and I respect that. But you can't say you beat a top 5 pound for pound fighter in that, can you? Teo can. So Teo need to understand it's lonely at the top for a reason, because everybody can't get there. You know what I'm talking about? So it is all good. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to the king. Much respect to the king. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Mike, what's up with you, man? We about to talk this Bud and Porter talk, man. With that chin, Hurd shouldn't be slapping nobody. He knew it would get broken up. Hey, my man Hurd, you know, I'm going to say this, bro. If he goes to 60, as much, even though he slapped Charlo, even though he slapped him, I mean, and I heard it was like slap, even though he slapped him in that ring, Charlo gonna be a hard hell of a fight for Jarrett Hurd. See, my deal is, bro, I believe in Hurd 1. I just don't believe in Hurd 2. You know what I'm talking about? I believe in Hurd A. I just don't believe in Hurd B. I believe that if Hurd was to have some sort of chance versus Charlo, and as hard as it's for me to say this, he gonna have to go back to Hurd A. But that Hurd A takes a beating, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want, man, Charlo can punch. But he gonna have to go back to Hurd A. Hurd B ain't sure of himself. Hurd B don't know who he is. And I can't have him not knowing who he is in front of a Charlo, in front of a Charlotte. So when he go in there, if he gets the Charlotte fight, I need him to be Hurd A. You know what I'm saying? And we good to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Word of the day, say Charlo. Canelo is amazing. Exactly. He is super duper amazing. I mean, what, bro, this shit is it's just a bad look, bro. It's a bad look. It's a bad look, Charlotte twins. It really is. I got my homie L Dub on deck. I see you, homie. What's up, man? What's up with you, man? What's up with you, man? Bahava told, I think Charlo has been told to behave and act nice to Canelo because he got next. Yeah, okay. And the sad thing is that if Canelo doesn't even remotely, I don't even, you know what, bro? I can't recall. I guess lately they've been asking, the reporters been asking him, like, what's up with Charlo? But he don't bring up Charlo. It's like he doesn't initiate bringing up Charlo. Like, I want to give a shout out to Charlo, my #1 supporter. Like, he don't do none of that. Like, he don't, I want to fight Charlo. I think Charlo is a great fighter. I really admire what he's done. I've never heard Canelo speak that way about any of the Charlotte twins. Damn. And they sit there, kiss his ass that way, Charlotte. It's disgusting, man. It's disgusting. Southpaw, how you, man? What's up with you? Hey, salute, man. That was very tasteless trying to join the club. And Canelo said 6, not 7. Exactly, man. Exactly. Cheerleaders, bro. Cheerleaders got the pom-poms out, man. The damn Charlotte twins, man. Hey, man, but let's make the main thing, shall we, fight fans? Silver Salomo, I see you, man. What's going on, man? What's up with you, man? Hey, yo, man, let's talk about this Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford situation, man. And we are 11 days away, fight fans. We getting close. We getting close. So I can feel it in the air. I got a feeling we got a fight of the year candidate on our hands, man. I mean, we getting close, fight fans. And, you know, I just want to say, you know, you got to appreciate Showtime Shawn Porter, because he's starting to realize that his job is to hype. His job is to hype. You know what I'm saying? He is on his job. Porter's job is to hype. And so when I hear Shawn Porter walk around and say he is going to knock out Terence Crawford, the thing, and then when I see him say it in the suits that he say it in, because they be red, they be orange, they be yellow, they be green. When I look at him, I say, well, his job is to hype, and he is selling the fight. He believes that he is a salesman. You see him on all the shows. He is working so hard that they even caught him on camera falling asleep, like on the set. There's a video floating around of Porter falling asleep on the set because he has been on his job hyping the fight so much and moving around and doing everything that he has to do. Salute to Shawn Porter. We appreciate the job that Porter is doing, but no one believes that Shawn Porter is going to stop Terence Crawford. We all know. First off, that's our line. That's our shit. And everyone in boxing knows that Porter is going to get stopped. It's just a matter of time. At first, I thought that Shawn Porter was acting out of character. And I said, well, no, he can't be acting out of. That's, you know, he's saying he's going to stop people when he don't say that. He don't talk that way. And I was like, well, why is he? Is that nervous energy or something? Like, why is he acting out of character? But then I say, no, he is selling the fight. He is selling the fight. And I'm not saying he, you know, for anyone, I'm not saying he's a hype job. I say he's on his job hyping. So let's not get that twisted. I don't want people running around saying that Mainman Mademan is saying that Shawn Porter is a hype job. No, I'm saying that he is on his job hyping. Now, there's many reasons why I don't believe that Shawn Porter has any sort of chance of stopping Terence Crawford. First off, my knowledge of of Porter, knowing that he has never beat the elite. And he has a draw with Julio Diaz. You know what I'm saying? Julio Diaz. He has a draw with Julio Diaz, and he has not beat the elite. Yet he's given everyone a tough night and a rough night. So when I look back at Shawn Porter's fights, I say he's been beaten in so many different ways, and he's been dropped so many times. Oh, yeah, he's been dropped. He's been dropped. He's been dropped by AB. He's been dropped by Earl. And he was dropped by Ugas. So, and Keith almost dropped him. If you go back to that fight, Keith almost dropped him. So, my thing is, when I look and see that he's never beat the elite, he's been dropped so many times, he hasn't had a stoppage in years. In years, fight fans. When I think about all of that, and I think about how wide Shawn Porter punches, how wide he punches. See, the reason that Porter loses to everyone, even though he's lost to an aggressive style, say like with what Earl Spence did to him, he's lost to a all-around game, someone who just kept beating him to the punch, and Keith one-time Thurman. Keith Thurman beat him inside, he beat him outside. And then when I think about what Kell Brook did, he beat him on a 1-2 hold, Klitschko style. Those are several different ways that Shawn Porter has lost. So Shawn Porter has lost in numerous ways. He's been dropped numerous times. He hasn't had a stoppage in numerous years. And these are just the facts. I dare somebody tell me I'm lying, because you know I'm not. I see all of this and I throw all of this in the pot and I stir it up and I say, dog, you ain't stopping nothing. How you gonna stop something? You know what I'm talking about? You are a wide puncher. You are a wide load. You should walk around with one of them signs on your back. You are a wide puncher. That's your problem. Everybody beat you to the punch because they punching straight. And Bud is a great straight puncher at mid-range especially. Just ask Kell Brook when he got knocked across the ring by a jab. The thing with Porter, it looked good. You are a wide puncher and you are inaccurate. Those two things don't make well for you stopping nobody, bruh. So excuse me for not believing it. You are inaccurate and a wide puncher. With Terence Crawford, especially when he's coming forward, he's punching straight in straight lines, even while walking you down. And goodness gracious, when he goes to southpaw, that means the jab is the power hand. That means he's smacking you around with a jab. And everyone, all the elite that you've lost to, Shawn Porter, have all connected on you very well with the jab. Imagine getting hit with Crawford's jab. Most importantly, Shawn Porter's number one punch that lands outside of the jab is the left hook. Everyone lands a left hook on Shawn Porter. Keith Thurman was throwing that shit from the inside and outside. Check left hooking him, tap. Even jumping in left hooking him, tap. Given that he was throwing in more straighter, more crisp punches. As for Porter, who got to load up and chop you down, Keith Thurman was connecting with the left hook all night. Adrian Bronner, same thing, right? Earl Spence Jr. dropped him with a hook. You punch so wide that you getting nicked with hooks. You know, I hate to do this to Shawn Porter, man. I really do, because he's a good dude. Unfortunately, he's just a salesman. He's just a salesman. And we kind of all see that. You know what I'm saying? But you got beat with hooks. Now, I'm listening to Shawn Porter in recent interviews, and he says the fight that he's been watching by himself, alone in the dark, was Terence Crawford and Jose Benavidez. For some odd reason, why is he looking at that fight? I have no idea. Matter of fact, screw all that. This is Shawn Porter on his BS. See, Shawn Porter talks out the side of his neck. He don't outright diss his Bud. He'll say things or allude to things where it's a diss to Bud. So, of course, he has no reason to watch no damn Jose Benavidez fight, because Jose Benavidez was a tall, rangy fighter. You, sir, are no tall, rangy fighter. So what the hell are you watching that for? Anything that gave Bud problems against Jose Benavidez, you don't do. Jose Benavidez had a long jab that he was keeping on Bud. Bud had a problem covering the real estate, getting to the inside. Every time he took a step inside, Jose had the jab on him, and he was loading up the right hand and started to do some combination punching every time Bud was trying to get in. He had a problem getting around the reach and range of Benavidez until he made the adjustment of using more movement and standing on the outside of the punches. Of course, Benavidez's leg was injured, and he didn't have the lift that he needed to really launch his combinations properly, but it is what it is. The fact of the matter is, the way Benavidez fought Shawn, you ain't fighting like that, homeboy. You saying you're going to work behind a jab? You saying you're going to try to box? And most importantly, Benavidez was stationary and very patient in that fight. He was stationary. He wasn't moving much. You going to fight that way? I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. If you're going to try to look for your opportunities to leap in and throw a bunch of smothering shots and chopping shots until you're getting checked left and right on the inside, and then if you decide to try to box, you're going to go to that little box thing you be doing, working behind your jab, which is damn good, actually. He boxes pretty well. It's just the fact that his defense when he boxes goes down. That's the problem. But he moves fluidly. He jabs very well. He throws good right hands. He does all of that well, but he gets hit. He gets hit much more and between punches. So my deal is, bro, either way you slice it, you're no Jose Benavidez. And the reason you keep citing that damn fight is because you think that that's the fight that Bud got touched up in, and you want everyone to know it. Man, please. You ain't Jose Benavidez, homeboy. You are a small, short, stalky little fighter. You got to punch up. Jose was punching down on Bud. You got to punch up. So at the end of the day, you don't got the length. You too short, and way too short to be stationary. Way too short to be stationary. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what some of the fam talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see. Tell me where I'm going wrong, fight fans, if I'm going wrong. Yeah, I see the price of the pay-per-view is $70. I like that price, man. It's a cool price. It ain't as expensive as the rest of them, but yet the undercard sucks. You know what I'm saying? Undercard sucks. Mike says, I believe it. He can stop him. How do you believe that Shawn Porter can stop Terence Crawford, bro? How do you believe that, man? What evidence do you have? What evidence? You got lipstick on a pig. That's what you got. You got a ugly style being dressed up like it's so super effective. The man got a draw with Julio Diaz. So what evidence do you got? You gonna go to the Paulie Malignaggi fight? He couldn't even stop Danny, and Danny was a stationary target. I just want to see the evidence. I got much evidence for Terence Crawford. I got much evidence. Now, the thing is, though, man, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to cite this right off the jump. Terence Crawford, what I want him to do, and I get it, man, salute to Mike Biggs Boxing on Deck. I see you, homie. What's up with you? The thing is, man, I know everybody say Bud got that mean streak, right? He go back and forth. He get hit. You got to get the hit back. I mean, if he going to be Bud, and if that's going to make him go get the stoppage, then so be it. But truth be told, from what I've been watching from Shawn Porter, I think the most effective way to when Shawn Porter get to the inside and do all of that mauling and brawling and shit, is not to go really super back and forth with him. It's honestly to weather his storm. His storms are not that serious. Like Keith literally was laying on the ropes quite a few times. And Shawn was just teeing off, doing his little thing, throwing punches and bunches. And none of that, half of that shit wasn't landing. Then he had to resort to go downstairs to the body where Keith was absorbing very well. And Shawn got to take that step back because he only got but so much win as well. And then when you get him on that, when that storm is over, you jump on him. You push him back. That's what Keith was doing. It was super effective. In Earl's case, Earl went kind of sort of mano-a-mano with him. But and even so much, Earl to a certain degree, and that's why people thought that he was getting off on Earl. Earl kept his hands up on the sides where he was, instead of trying to really too much in certain exchanges, keep going back and forth with him. Just let him do his thing. Just let me stay the hell out of the way of it, absorb some of it. It ain't hurting nobody. His best work is always to the body more so up top. It's like every fifth, sixth shot landing up top. So, I mean, I would like to see Terence weather some of the storms. I think he can. And then push Shawn back on his heels. That would be something. But, Mike, I just don't see what the evidence is at, man. I just don't see what evidence you got, man. Hey, Southpaw says, I'm on my way to watch the Diaz fight. I never saw it. Yeah, hey, Diaz put it on him. Push Shawn into being a boxer. People need to understand that's Shawn Achilles' heel to a certain degree. If Shawn gets reduced, keyword being reduced, to being a boxer against Terence Crawford, that may be a problem. And see, that's one thing I also thought about when he noted Jose Benavidez. I said, well, is Shawn trying to throw everybody off and saying that, yeah, he's going to make it uncomfortable and he's going to go after Terence Crawford, but maybe he's going to be more like Benavidez and look for his openings and be more patient? As crazy as this may sound, and I know many people may say, man, you tripping. I'm just saying what I see. As crazy as this may sound, Shawn's better chance is, believe it or not, more as a boxer. All of that aggression and thinking you're going to make Terence Crawford uncomfortable ain't going to work, Mo. This dude mean for a reason. He don't talk for a reason. When he walk in the room, you know he there for a reason. You know he just pulled into the parking lot for a reason. You just feel it. Ain't nobody told you. You just feel it. You just like, oh, damn, Bud's here. You just know. Because he had a certain level of meanness in him. And you get into an exchange with this dude, he's proven to be a knockout artist, a knockout Picasso. He's proving to be a knockout Picasso. And you are going to draws with Julio Diaz. And you cannot beat the elite. So I don't know. Porter's the king of smothering his work. He's his own worst enemy, man. He's his own worst enemy, believe it or not. And at this point with Shawn Porter, it's in him. It's just who he is. It's just who he is. Shawn Porter wants to be a commentator, fight fans. Y'all don't get that vibe? I've been telling y'all this for weeks. He's fascinated around the cameras. He's fascinated around the microphones and just talking the lingo of a commentator. He's fascinated by it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was listening to one of his interviews and he was just like, man, hey man, when I go in, I want to get there early because I want to see how that work and I want to see how this work. You know what I mean? Like he's just excited. It's almost like he's looking forward to his commentating career, and he is good at it. I don't take that away from Shawn Porter. He is a good commentator. He is clear. He is concise. He is precise. He is more precise as a commentator than he is in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He's inaccurate in the ring, but as a commentator, he's very precise. And it just seems to me that he should be happy with the money he's going to make on the way out the door. His friend to the end, Terence Crawford, is giving you a retirement present wrapped in a bow with $4 million in it. Plus, You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dog, we appreciate you, Shawn. We really do, man. Tell Kenny to bring towels, though. Hey, if he can catch Bud with one of them wide punches, he is going to knock Bud out. Bud's shin is sus. Case in point, Mean Machine knocked him down. Hey, but Mike Biggs, that's like one fight, and like how many fights did Bud got? You got one moment. You got one moment. That's the decorations of a great fighter. When you got one moment and how many fights, you can't pull up nothing else. That's it. That one moment. And that means his chin is sus. One moment. This man fought a dirty, filthy fighting Jeff Horn, who gave Pacquiao a beatdown. And one moment, he couldn't land nothing. But Kalvaluskis lands one good punch. And that's all we got. That's it. It's just like I told y'all, it's just like with Floyd, bro. Floyd get hit with Zab. They got one moment. They go to the few moments in Floyd's whole career. That's it. That's the sign of a great fighter, when you only got one moment. I always give that credit to Earl. I don't got a lot of moments. I don't got a lot of moments that Earl has been in trouble. You don't got those moments. And that's cool. I mean, the only moment that I got from Earl is Latte. Emmanuel Latte. Remember that and that was before Earl was Earl. But that's one moment, bro. That don't mean he chinny. Don't mean that. Don't mean it. One moment. Knockout, what's up with you? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? In your opinion, who is the best inside fighter between Porter and Crawford? Who is the best inside fighter between? I'd say Crawford. I say Porter just gives more activity, more volume, so it looks good. But far as who's the more, like, who's going to land the most hurting, who's going to have the one that have the punches make a difference, I think it'd be Terence Crawford. That's what I truly think. I think that Shawn Porter, yeah, he has activity, he got volume, but I don't get impressed with that shit no more, man. It don't have no effect. He hit Keith with a lot of body shots, and Keith's supposed to be super weak to the body, right? But it took a lot of body shots on Keith, and Keith never slowed down. Keith's legs kept under him all the way pretty much through the whole fight. I mean, it looks good. Even the body shots he landed on Earl, it didn't slow him down much. I'm one of them cats that I just believe with Shawn Porter is something about the way he punch. I don't know if it's punch placement or the way he throw his punches, but they don't have the effect like they look. You know what I'm saying? It just, they don't have the same effect like they look. The only person that they have that effect on is Paulie Malignaggi, and that is it. You know what I'm saying? It's very unfortunate, though, bro. It's very unfortunate, man. I got a lot of love for Shawn Porter, man. Man, salute to my brother, man, P. Newell, in that super chat. Salute to you, man. What's up with you? He say, hit that like button, man. Hey, man, why y'all up in this joint ain't hitting the like button for me, man? I know I ain't ruffling feathers like that. Hey, come on, y'all. Hit that thumbs up for the homie. This is spontaneous live. We came out of nowhere with this one, you know what I'm saying? Thumbs up as your pull up, you know what I'm saying? Hit that thumbs up for me, man. Thumbs up. We just having a good time, man. That's just what it is. I see my brother D-Lo Boxing is up. D-Lo 44 Boxing is up in here. I see we got La La D up in here. What's up, sis? What's going on with you? Uriel Thomas, Macho Marco, Not Zay. I see all y'all, man. What's going on? What's going on with everyone, man? Let me see. Let me go up some, man. Salute to my brother P. Newell, man. Salute to my brother P. Newell. Last of a Dime Breeze says, man, y'all always reference Mean Machine, but leave out the fact that he got stopped. Don't they? They stopped at the one punch that was landed. And they forget that he didn't win another second of another round. They forget that he got totally embarrassed after Terence Crawford turned it up to the next level. That's Crawford. We haven't learned that by now. It's the same argument that I have about Canelo Alvarez, how we've not learned the way that Canelo fights are going. He's going to lose those early rounds. He's going to give up some rounds. He's going to get touched up a little bit early. He got to figure out that range. He got to figure out his distance. He got to figure out his timing. And that's Terence Crawford, same thing. Same thing. And they go, but they the second he got it all down and he got it all processed and it's in his head, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It was a wrap for Mean Machine. You know what I'm saying? Bud wrestles. Bud is going to push him back. I like that. Shawn Porter is not a good fighter going backwards. He's a good fighter as a boxer, maybe somewhat going laterally. Like he likes to do that little bop and go laterally. But when he going backwards, no, sir. No, sir. And I'm telling y'all, his best bet maybe as a boxer, because him leaping and jumping in, I'm telling you, he gonna jump into something that ain't gonna be right. Bud's right hand is the key, not the left. Well, then again, the left hook, because the left hook lands so much on Porter, man. The left hook lands so much on Porter. I don't really know. I just know that Bud's jab, I think, gonna be the X factor in this fight. I think Bud is gonna bust him up with a jab. Hear me when I say this, because this was going to go all the way to the fight day, fight fans. I'm going to say this forever. Bud is going to bust Shawn Porter up with a jab. I'm telling you. Shawn gets touched too easy with a jab. And when Bud makes that the power shot, that's how he gets fighters out of there. He going to bust Shawn up with a jab. Watch. He gonna go southpaw, and it's a wrap. He going to bust him up with that jab. And if Shawn jump in, he going to leap into something that he don't like. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's all love, sis. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate everybody in the building, man. Everybody. Hey, Lala says, yo, facts, man. Boxing is what saved Porter versus Ugas. Absolutely. Ugas was waiting and waving Porter in. Like, come on, I dare you. Come on here where you think this is your house. I'm taking over your house. Ugas literally stood in Porter's territory and welcomed him to the fight. And Porter said, hell nah. You too physically strong. Your core's too strong. I'm not jumping in on you. I'm going to stay out here and try to box you. Where I still think he lost the fight even while boxing. I thought he was, to a certain degree, getting outboxed with Ugas. He was just flipping his jab on the outside and moving. That's not going to be enough. You ain't standing on nothing. And when you stop standing on something, that's when Bud really going to come after you. Shawn Porter going to, I'm telling y'all, he going to get reduced. And he going to say, yo, man, great fight to Terence Crawford. He's a great fighter. Man, hey, I appreciate it, man. This, that, and the third, but I'm going to be a commentator, okay? I'm starting my own line of suits. We're going to get the Porter suits underway. First one out the door, Porter Purple, who wants one. Buy one, you get one free type shit. That's what we're going to get from Shawn Porter. It's unfortunate, man. I'm going to miss Shawn Porter, man. I'm going to miss him. I really am. He's always given us a lot of fan-friendly fights, and it's going to be a shame to see Shawn Porter wrecked. I've watched Shawn Porter in so many fights. I've rooted for Shawn Porter over and over and over again in the past. Like, because we all like his style. And we like him as a person, too. It's just that he's a salesman, and sometimes he likes to be a little too slick. But that's Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? We like him as a person, man. He's always been a class act. Him and his pops, real cool cats. And that's another thing. His pops wasn't training with him for a while. And that's a little out of character for Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? We're going to miss both of them. You know what I mean? Because I think that Shawn Porter is definitely retiring after this fight. You know what I'm saying? D-Lo says, look at the physical attributes of Benavidez versus Porter. And this is why I didn't understand why Shawn Porter was mentioning the Jose Benavidez fight. He has nothing in common. Nothing. The schematics are way different. Jose Benavidez is, I'm dying, and I can't wait to see him fight. I'm dying to see what he looks like. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a very good fighter. You know what I'm saying? But Shawn Porter ain't got nothing. I repeat, nothing similar to what Jose Benavidez do. You know what I mean? But he not boxing, but he wasn't trying to bang it out. Nah, he wasn't trying to bang it out. He definitely wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? He definitely wouldn't do that. Crawford is mean, but who he been in the ring with that got the same amount of dog that he got? I mean, when you reduce people, I thought Jeff Horn is a dog. Jeff Horn is a dirty dog. You ask Pacquiao fans, they'll tell you in a heartbeat, oh, he is the most dirtiest. He beat Pacquiao for being dirty. He hit Pacquiao up, down, left, right, north, south, east, west. He sat in there with Pacquiao and hit him with everywhere there was a spot. Dog, he never stopped swinging. Headbutting, tried to do it against Bud. Jeff Horn was as dirty as it gets. And he got a dog. He just ain't got no damn skill. But he got a dog, and he got a big dog. That dog was enough to bite Pacquiao's ass. And so I got to say, I mean, look, you can't overlook that fight. You can't overlook how big that fight was. Jeff Horn literally had the best win at the class. This is the same Pacquiao that beat Keith Thurman. Jeff Horn beat him. And Crawford humiliated that dude. The dude with the dog. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's a world champion. First fight at the class, too. Let me throw that part in there. This was the first fight of the class. He didn't wait. He didn't take a soft touch. He moved up and fought that dog, the dog that bit Pacquiao. The dog that bit Pacquiao. Pacquiao naming his dogs Keith Thurman. Well, whole time Pacquiao got bit by a dog named Jeff Horn. And Jeff Horn got bit by a dog named Bud Crawford. So, I mean, I don't know, Knockout. I think that's, do we agree? I mean, do you agree that Jeff Horn was a dog? Or he just, because he damn sure wasn't skillful. And his only thing was to throw punch, and he was tough. He's rugged. You know, Jeff can take a licking and keep on ticking. Jeff will fight through blood, sweat, and tears. It's just that Crawford humiliated that man. Humiliated him. You know what I'm saying? After that man came off the best win of his career, just like he's done everyone else. See, that's why I don't understand, bro. Like, the story is so consistent. Why do we keep overlooking that shit? Is not the story consistent? And I've said this 1,001 times. The story is very consistent of fighters coming off their very, very best wins, the very best moments of their career. Crawford is not fighting these cats the only one y'all want to throw out there, if y'all want to say Kell Brook, fine. But that was Kell Brook. That was Kell Brook running after Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford didn't ask to fight Brook. Brook asked to fight him. Brook bucked this promoter, bucked everybody over in the UK. His trainer, everyone, and came over here hunting down Terence Crawford. Well, he originally hunted down Earl Spence, but Earl blessed him to the side, remember? Remember, he popped up at the fight and he tried to get the Earl Spence, and he telling Earl to meet him at a catch weight and all this other shit, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't happened. Then he turned his attention to Terence Crawford. So that's on Kell. But everyone else was coming off their best wins. Ndongo, best win. Best win. Jeff Horn, best win. I don't understand it, fight fans. Why we just can't understand that the story is consistent. And then they're wrecked after that, just like Porter. Porter gonna be wrecked. That's why he retiring. Porter, like, I ain't got nothing else to prove. I got $4 million walking out the door, and if you think I'm gonna get into World War III with this dude, this is it for me. I'm leaving it all in the ring. And I got a really good feeling. Let me say this. Shawn Porter is going to give us a very respectable performance. I think that Shawn Porter is going to give a very, very respectable performance, because I do think in his head he think that this may or may not be the last hurrah. It could be. And so I think that Shawn Porter is really going to go in there and push every fiber of his being, man. Like, he's going to put everything in there and leave it in there, because this could be very well the very last hurrah. I mean, there's nothing else. If Shawn Porter loses this, and I'm having a good time saying he's going to retire and bring towels, but real spill, there's not, what else is there left for Shawn? Unless he's talking about moving up in weight. I mean, going after Charlo, going after one of the Charlotte brothers, maybe. I don't know. Maybe going after Charlotte. But if he don't go after Charlotte, it ain't nothing. I mean, maybe chase the Kell Brook. I mean, no, nobody want to see that. This is it for Shawn. This is a pay-per-view fight. He won't be back on pay-per-view. There's nothing more to really, you know, he's held belts. He's fought the top of his class. I think Shawn is just going to be looking at commentating. He's going to be happy to be a commentator and do the Porter purple suits. That's what I think he's going to do. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to have a ton, I repeat, a ton of respect for my main man, Showtime Shawn Porter. Hold on one second, fight fan. Hey, salute to my brother P. Newell, man, back in that super chat, man. Thank you for the support for the channel, family, man. You always come through for the homie, man. Much love to you, fam. Much love to you, man. Main man, we have to remember them clowns, no briefcase, no suits here on this platform. This is why you get the most respect from me all day, fam. Much love, man. You know we keep it 100. And we gonna always do that, man. Hey, P. Newell, man, salute to you, family. Salute to you, man. If I can make a VIP member, boy, you be first one. I'm telling you. That's what's up, man. I appreciate you, dog. Real spill. We don't do no BS over here, man. We call it as we see it. A lot of people may see me just like, yo, oh, you just bigging up Bud Crawford. And I really believe this, man. Even if it wasn't a Crawford thing, like Shawn Porter's style against the elite fighters and what he brings to a fight, it's just not going to compare. All of that he making people uncomfortable. That's about as far as it goes. He makes a lot of people uncomfortable. That's about as far as it goes. But Bud is a guy who's always in top flight condition, always. He's always in the gym. So you can make him uncomfortable and he can take it. He's not one of them cats that you can make uncomfortable and he don't know what to do. You can make him uncomfortable. He's ready to go there. He's built to last. He's built to last. So at the end of the day, you know, all of that I've seen trust and believe. If you go back to Shawn Porter's last 5 to 8 buildups to a fight, he said the exact same thing. I'm going to make this guy uncomfortable. I'm going to hit him with everything. You know, I come, you know this, you know that. Now, I'm going to say this too, though, but one of the biggest things that Shawn Porter will have, one of the biggest pluses, and you can never really measure how this is going to really play out in a fight, is Shawn Porter's athleticism. The number one thing that Shawn Porter has going for him in this fight is his athleticism. It's not his punching power, him stopping nobody. He's just being a salesman. It's not his boxing IQ. He's not this great boxer. No, it's the fact that he's a hell of an athlete. He speaks on it in his recent interview. Well, I can pivot. I can do this. I can do that. You're great at pivoting. You are the pivot king. No one can pivot like Shawn Porter. Who pivots like Shawn Porter? You know what I'm saying? He is Mr. Pivot. No one pivots like Porter. Porter is the best pivoter I've ever seen. So he can pivot. He can move. He can move laterally. He can throw you off him. He can cover the ground real fast. He can scoop under your punches real fast. He can do all of that. Athletic, physical ability. I give him that by a long shot. This perhaps, and now one thing I will say, this perhaps is the most athletic fighter that Bud Crawford has ever faced. Now that I will say. That I will say. This is the most athletic opponent that Terence Crawford has ever faced. No one has had the athletic ability of a Shawn Porter. And this some may even say this is an aging version of Shawn Porter. Even so much. You know what I'm saying? No one has been this athletic. And that's the one thing that everyone that faces Shawn Porter has to be prepared for. Not just Bud Crawford. Everyone. His athleticism. His ability to pivot. He is the pivot king out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. But we gotta love Shawn Porter. Valkyries, what's up with you, man? How you feeling, man? That's why I like Porter and Bronner. They are all comers fighters. And that's another thing you got to respect about Porter, too. He's never ran. He's always wanted the best. He gave a few iffy excuses when he had that WBC belt. And I do find it a little funny that when he had the belt, he didn't even mention the words Terence nor Crawford. He didn't mention him. He didn't even mention him he didn't even say, you ever see the Crawford fight? He just said, you see the fight. He didn't even mention the words Terence or Crawford as a WBC champion. But yet, when he has nothing, jack shit to bring to the table, because he ain't got no fan base, he's a man with no land. We forgot where Shawn Porter's even from. You know what I'm saying? So he brings jack crap to the table now, but a semi name, and it's, you know, Terence Crawford is my best friend to the end, giving me $4 million. But that's Bud Crawford. That's the story of Crawford. And I'm not going to keep banging that drum because at the end of the day, that's just what happens at the top. You know, we just talked about this the other night with Devin Haney and not Devin Haney, with Jerron Boots Ennis. You know what I mean? Everyone, it's like, yo, how can Jerron get into this type of fight? Or how can he get a mandatory slot? Or how can he get next to a champion? Well, it comes down to political gamesmanship to a certain degree once you get to the top. And your team got to make it happen. Your team got to make it happen. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I can't be mad at what Showtime Shawn Porter has done. Hey, man, salute to the homie Bobby Ruff in the super chat, man. Much love, much appreciation, man. You support the channel, man. I really appreciate this, man. I really do, man. I know Terence Bud Crawford will win. It's how he wins that may scare the other PBC fighters. Damn. Hey, Boogeyman Bud. Salute to the homie Ron Boy Fresh. Boogeyman Bud. That's what he do. He might scare him off, man. You know what I'm saying? So what are you saying? He might just got to water it down a little bit to not scare him off too much, huh? Maybe go in there, Curry Porter a couple rounds, extra rounds, right? Extra rounds of processing and stuff like that, just to make them feel like, you know what? It's safe. The water is warm now. It's safe to jump in that water. You might just be right, Bobby Ruff. You may just be right, man. I appreciate you, man. I really do, man. I appreciate you and the entire fam, man. Y'all hold me down, man. Y'all just don't know how a good of a feeling it is to know you got some real loyal and stand-up folks, man, in the chat, man. Real spill, man. And I can't say that enough. Mike Rhyme, oh shit, it jumped up on me. I was about to get one of the comments from Mike. Man, salute to my brother Felix Nunez, man, in that super chat, man. Much love, man. Thank you for the support for the channel, family. Much love to you, family. Much love. Pivot like Porter, the new bend it like Beckham. That's what it is, bro. The king of the pivot. I heard him say that in the interview, fam. He said he was just like, man, my pivoting ability is second to none. You know, I can pivot with the best of them. And, you know, when you go back and you look through the history books, and you're going to see that no one pivoted like me. You know, I am the great pivot champion. You ain't lying, bro. Bend it like that. That's the new slogan for Shawn Porter. He is Pivot Porter. Damn. Pivot Porter. Hey, y'all too crazy, man. Y'all too crazy, man. I tell you, man. But you know, you can't take away his athleticism, and that's what he got going for him. And that's where he I believe he shines at most. And that's where he gives a lot of people problems. And that's where he gives a lot of folks a reason to be concerned. It's never about his skills, never about his power. And you know, the crazy thing is the way that Shawn Porter punches in this day and age, where we seen a lot of fighters getting hit with temple shots and then they're not recovering. They're getting hit with those equilibrium shots, you know what I mean? And they're not recovering. I'm finding it surprising that Shawn Porter don't land more of those. Like the way he punches, he doesn't land more of those. Like he lands shots on the top of the head, some on the temple, because he chops them. So I'm like, why aren't they doing no damage? I don't know. Like he put Keith on his bicycle. But that took a lot of body shots to get that one in there that really hurt Keith, to make Keith want to move like that. Remember? So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Much love to y'all all, man. Much love to the fam, man. There you go. Oh, what's y'all going back and forth, man? I'm gonna leave that alone. Y'all going back and forth. Akbar, what's up, Akbar? Terence is going to time his pivots. Terence is going to time his pivots to prove his own level and catch him good in the midst of one. Yes. That's why when Knockout asked me who was the better inside fighter, Terence punches, I believe, are going to be the ones that make a difference on the inside. If he catches Shawn Porter off one of them pivots, and you know what, you can do that. He can do that kind of damage with the jab, bro. He can do that kind of damage with the jab because it's going to be his power hand. So I just, many ways. And as we get closer, because I'm not going to give away too many game plans and say too much about, but as we get closer to the fight day, fight fans, y'all know I'm going to do an epic breakdown of this fight on exactly what both fighters, even Shawn Porter, we're going to help Shawn Porter out a little bit too. We're going to say exactly what both fighters need to do in order to I believe, or in our opinions, what they should do to gain the victory. And we're going to also talk about what they shouldn't do that would lose them the entire fight. You feel me? We're going to wait till we get a little bit more closer. We still 11 days out, but expect for the fight to be dominated on this channel heavily. Expect for me to be talking about this a hell of a lot. I'm going to hit it from many different angles, fight fans. I'm telling y'all right now, because and on top of that, I was going back and forth in my head about that. We cut off early last night on We Talk. Last night on We Talk, Sunday night on We Talking Boxing. And at the end, I was trying to let everyone know that for the Crawford Porter fight, we're going to do that live. Why not? You know what I mean? I don't plan on having a fight party or a fight gathering or nothing like that. So we may commentate that fight live. So if y'all want to rock out with me, if y'all just doing it on the chill, y'all watching the fight chilling, y'all want to watch it with the homie, I think we're going to do that one live. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I used to do that a lot in the early days of my channel. And I see a lot of channels, they do it now, and it's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just now I'd rather actually sit and watch the fight, and I catch up with y'all afterwards. But for this particular fight, since we have so much invested in speaking about Terence Crawford, I feel it's only right for the fam that we sit down and cover this live. You know what I'm saying? So we'll do this live. I'll do live fight commentary, only for the main event. None of the undercard fights. But we'll call this one live, and we're gonna call it straight down the middle, exactly what we see. You'll get my immediate live reaction right then and there, fight fans. You know what I mean? No time to think. We're gonna go straight into it. So y'all come on and rock out with me, man, on November 20th. Where we will be covering the Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter fight live. You know what I'm saying? A couple more, man, and I'm gonna get on about the door. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all of y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all, man. I really do, really do. Let me see. What can I see? Mike, Mr. Cheesehead, what's up, man? What's up, Cheesehead? He say, yo, Spence recent tweet coming off like he doesn't want undisputed, man. I hope not. Hey, y'all didn't catch my drift the other night when I was alluding to Earl Spence at Canelo's fight. And I'm like, I hope he ain't there to try to get that. I hope there ain't no, business going down. Like he had to fly to Vegas to talk some business with Canelo type shit. I hope we wasn't talking. That's where I was hinting at. I know a lot of folks going in and saying, oh, the drunk stuff. No, I'm talking about, was he there to talk with Canelo? You got to ask yourself that. Earl Spence popping up in Vegas at a Canelo fight. I understand why the Charlotte twins were there, because they are the groupies. You know what I'm saying? They are the leader of the clubs, the fan club. So I understand why the Charlotte twins were there, but I didn't understand why Earl was there. I hope he shows up to Porter versus Crawford. I hope he shows up to Porter versus Crawford. I'm expecting, no, scratch that. I'm expecting. I heard some whispers, but I'm expecting for Earl Spence to be ringside at Crawford versus Porter. Because, hey, take this in mind. After Earl had beat Danny, he was speaking on Shawn Porter and saying that he would do the Porter rematch. And everybody thought that was such a close fight, so maybe Porter. So at the end of the day, Earl should be ringside. I know we're going to get Earl Spence Jr. ringside, right? Terence came to his fight. He asked, what was he doing here? When Terence came to his fight, it was, what was he doing here? Look, we don't rock like that in Crawford Nation. So we want you at the fight, Mr. Spence. We want you there. And no one gonna ask you, what are you doing there? They're gonna give you the royal treatment. They're gonna escort you to the ring. They're gonna give you your moment. Terence Crawford is not going to ignore you. He's going to welcome you. He's going to smile when he see you. He's going to acknowledge you, unlike you did him when he was at your fight. So, look, man, you go to Canelo fight, you make sure you have your ass at Crawford versus Porter. You feel me? And I know y'all, I think we all agree to this, right? I think we will all agree. Spence Nation, come on now. Come on now. I think we all agree to this, right? To my Earl Spence Jr. fans, we should be all on one accord that these boys need to be under the same damn roof as much as possible, right? I mean, we all want to fight, right? Let me scroll up to the comments and see if I can get any feedback on that. Let me scroll up. I got my brother DJ Zion Love on deck. What's up with you, man? What's up, family? How you feeling, man? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Did anybody got anything? Are we all on agreement with this, fight fans? Are we all on agreement? Hey, Mike, Mike, we got to be that way, though, Mike. Mike, we got to be that way because, bro, the noise is loud, man. We got to cut through, and we got to make sure that they know Bud's story, man. I get it, you know what I mean? Which we got to let it be known. We got to let it be known. Hey, what's up with my brother? His Grace is on deck. What's up, fam? Salute, sir. Bud's reach will be too overwhelming for Porter. Hard to counter a guy that's not there. The reach and the ability to punch straight. Now, I will say this too. Sometimes Bud Crawford loops his shots. Sometimes, but when he throws that jab in that straight left or that straight right, whichever way he's fighting for that particular moment, it's normally straight. When he throws the hooks, it's his hooks sometimes are a bit wider than I like. So I don't know. And by Shawn Porter being so subjective to that check left hook, because he get hit with it so much, I don't know. I wonder how effective Bud is going to be able to be with it because he punches so wide on his hooks. So I'm thinking that the jab will be the punch that I believe beats up Shawn Porter. The straight jab, that straight jab, I think that power shot of a jab is going to be the X factor punch. As much as I want to believe in the hook, I do know that Bud Crawford throws wide hooks himself. But he ain't got nothing to worry about because Shawn Porter don't throw nothing straight. So, you know, it don't matter. You know what I mean? And Shawn Porter is more of a hooker. Like, he throws way more hooks than Terence Crawford would throw. Much more of a hooker. You know what I'm saying? Much more of a hooker. Pino says, I will be there. Hey, you going to the fight, fam? Hey, man. Hey, Pino, man, have a good time, fam. Have a great time, man. If you can get any pictures, man, or any footage, bro, let me know and hit me up, man. And have a great time, bro. Have a good time. I wish I was in the building, man. Shit. That atmosphere gonna be crazy, bro. When that fight get underway, it's gonna be, Porter's talking about going forward, and Crawford is definitely gonna go forward. These boys gonna meet in the middle of the ring, man. It's gonna be a good fight, bro. And you're going. I think you definitely get your money's worth. You know what I mean? Enjoy, man. Enjoy. Valkyrie says, yo, Shakur knows Bud is the best. They all do. Yes. Shakur to me is like a prodigy of Bud, man. Shakur is what you know how they say birds of a feather flock together, right? Shakur is like one of those fights, like he's somebody that you would expect to be around in Terence Crawford. Excellence, straight up top floor excellence, A1, the best, no slouching, none of that. When you look up to someone, when you standing next to somebody that exemplifies that, it rubs off on the youngins. And so when I look at Shakur, I say he's determined to be that way because he's been grinding and shopping by cats like Crawford, cats like Ward. So it's good things, man. It's a good thing, man. Couple more, I'm out the door, man. Couple more. Y'all going back and forth. I'm gonna leave that alone. I hear you, Mike. Porter about to be from a land called whoop ass. I hear get whooped ass. You know what I'm saying? Porter ass ain't about to be about nothing, man. Porter can't beat the elite, bro. Porter can't beat the elite, man. Yeah, man. Damn, y'all going back. Y'all having some serious debates in the chat, man. I like that, man. Yes, sir. Valkyrie says, Spence needs to slap Bud's mama. Then the fight happens immediately. Spence ain't gonna do shit. Spence ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? All Spence gonna do is go back to the farms with the chickens and the cows. Spence wouldn't dare do no shit like that. Bud a G, man. Y'all forgot where Bud from? Y'all better get hip. You know what I'm saying? The quiet ones are the ones. The quiet ones are the ones. Bud don't talk for a reason. He don't know how to do all that. That's foreign to him. He don't know how to sit in front of a camera and act and be jipper and happy all the damn time. That ain't who he is. He's too fucking mean for it. Even when he do it, it don't come off as authentic. It come off like he acting. That's when you know you too damn mean. Bud mean, bro. Earl Spence was to do some shit like that, man. You probably wouldn't be able to hold Bud back. But that ain't even Earl. Earl wouldn't do nothing like that, man. He too busy with the chickens and the cows, man. You know what I'm saying? Too busy with the chicken and the cows. Yes, sir, man. Hey, Lala D says, why is it so hard to have fire undercards? Remember Floyd's undercard when Danny Garcia fought La Machina, Matisse? That was a great one. Facts, Lala. They don't get it, man. I mean, I guess they paying these main event fighters so much money where they can't afford no kind of decent undercard. I understand that. But, man, come on, man. Y'all want our money? Shit. You know what I mean? Give us something decent on the undercard for a change. We show Mr. them old Don King cards, don't we? We show Mr. them old Don King cards. I'm up out of here, fight fans. Much love to y'all, man. This was a spontaneous live just to have a little fun. Y'all know how we always do, man, with stuff like this, man. I really appreciate y'all support, man. I really appreciate everyone that rocked out with me on this. If you caught the playback, please hit that thumbs up on your way out. If you did not hit it on the way in, share, rock those bells, man. I'm doing some upgrades also to We Talking Boxing Live. I wish I could tell y'all, but you know how it is on this YouTube. You kind of got to keep your ideas close to the chest, man. But man, oh man, I've been having some cool ass ideas for the show, and y'all gonna see them playing out very, very soon, man. And I told y'all we're going into the year next year where we're going to start beginning doing interviews. I just wanted to get the channel to a certain point. Now I think that we are at that point. It's time to hit it to the next level. So starting in 2022, for anyone who's wondering, we're going to start pulling on some plugs and we're going to start lining up interviews. Much love to the fam, man. See y'all real soon, man. And until the next video, much love, family. Peace out.